to Humber. We're gonna take you on a general campus tour. So we're gonna show you what you can get in tuition here if you decide to become a Humber student. If you're accepted, welcome.
Welcome.
If you're not accepted,
Try again.
try
And then welcome.
and welcome. And if you're still considering, we hope you change your mind after today's tour. My name is Havila. I'm going into my third year of the Bachelor's of Marketing program, and over here I have.
My name is Kiki, and I'm also going into my third year of my Bachelor of Commerce for Marketing program.
So today we're going to take you on a tour today of our North Campus, which is located on 205 Humber College Boulevard. So if you're ever coming to this campus for your program, follow us.
All right, so this is our Learning Resource Commons, and over here we have our Academic and Career Success Center. On the academic side, we have a program called the Peer Assisted Learning Support, also known as our PALS program. Humber loves their acronyms. What that is that you would get a maximum of 3 hours of extra tutor time in a very program-specific course. So for us, since we're in marketing, if we had marketing statistics, a class where only marketing students would have to take, we would have to enroll in this program to get help with this specific course. Now, although there's a 3 hour limit per week, there's no amount of weeks or there's no limit on weeks that you could use this service for. And also we have something called our Peer Assisted Study Session, or our PASS program, where it's a group-led study session or a peer-led study session. And you and your other peers, as well as your group members, you guys could all come together and study a course that you guys are maybe struggling in, or if you guys just needed any extra help, that was always there for you. And
Also,
yeah,
sorry.
no, you
Also, on the academic side, each program does have a program advisor. So if whenever you enter the school, you want to add a course or drop a course or maybe like change your entire program, that's also an option for you. This is basically like the guidance counselor of college. So you can speak to this person, you can walk into the front desk, and you can grab a little card that has your email and their phone number on it. We do recommend emailing them because they do respond very quickly, like within 48 hours. Set your appointment, whether virtually or in person, you talk to them and they'll advise you as best as possible, because you may start out in something and you're like, I don't really like this. For example, I started in finance and I was like, I don't like math, so I switched to marketing and I love it now, and my program advisor was a core part of me switching my program. So this is here for you as well on the academic side. Moving on to our career side of the Academic and Career Success Center. On the career side, we do have career support peers. These are actual students of Humbers who assist students with their resumes, their cover letters, LinkedIn, and even mock interviews. Now, these stuff don't have to be Humber specific. It can be that you just got an outside job, like a part-time job at TD or Foot Locker, and you just want to make sure that your resume and your interview ready. You can walk in, book your appointment, or you can just stop at any front desk and scan a QR code, and you can scan the QR code, and once scanning QR code you book the appointment, once again virtual or in person, up to your comfortability rates, and they will assist you with that. We also have the Humber Career Connect portal from the career side, which is the campus job portal. Now you have to be a Humber student to get access to the career portal, so if you're not a Humber student, unfortunately you won't have access to this. However, if you're a Humber student, you have a great advantage. Now the career portal is like Indeed, except it's just for Humber students, as I said, and you can find both on-campus jobs and off-campus jobs through the career portal. Now, if you are working on campus through the work study program, that is just for domestic students who are able to work for 24 hours in the school year and 40 hours in the summer semester. So if you do see something that work study, you have to apply for work study through the financial aid office, which can be done through your My Humber account under the tab Student Awards/Financial Aid to apply for a work study program on here.
And now under the work study, there are multiple different placements that you could get. You could be in the athletics department, you could be a work study student, you could be working even with the Academic and Career Success Center.
And then one of the best jobs is the ambassador program.
Us.
So if you want to become a part of the ambassador program, we will be accepting applications very soon. So just look out for that on the Career Connect. And as well as in this department, we have the recruitment office.
Yes,
so if you are a potential student who would like to book an appointment with a recruitment officer for pre-enrollment advising. You can also walk in and talk to the front desk representative to book an appointment, as well as transfer services. So if you are already in a diploma program and you want to transfer to an advanced diploma or to a degree, or you're coming from a different school and you want to see if your credentials can get you into Humber just a little bit quicker, this is also the office you would come to and talk to someone about that. No one's available. Of course, we will provide the resources for you to contact them, and they'll be more than happy to assist you.
And the amazing thing about the recruitment department actually is that the ambassadors run from that department.
So
you get connected with multiple people all
you get
throughout.
connected with everybody.
Honestly, everybody. Yeah.
You get connected with marketing, financial aid.
We met the president one time, or one of us.
One of us
met the president
one time.
Yeah.
However, all the resources in this office, such as the Career Connect, Resume Help, Cover Letter Help, and LinkedIn Assistance, you do have availability to this even 2 years after graduating from the college. So after 2 years, you still need assistance with those resources. You can still walk in because your N number will still be active in order for them to help you, because Humber is really about your success.
Yes.
So we're not going to leave you high and dry. So you can still come to this office whenever you need assistance, even after 2 years of graduating the college. Guys, if you think that's pretty cool, like and subscribe to our channel, leave a thumbs up, and thank you. This is fun. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, so behind us is the welcome information desk, which is basically if you ever find yourself on the North Campus and you see this nice big brown desk, like I like to say, you're already on the right track. If you ever find yourself lost or you have some questions, they can assist you. They even provide like a printed map to give students directions to wherever they're asking for. One really cool thing about this desk, it is the direct link to the office of the registrar. Now, if you are a Humber student, you are quite acquainted with the My Humber. My Humber is your online portal where you basically do everything. Apply for classes, pay your tuition, all of that is done through My Humber. Now, let's say something isn't working or you don't understand something through My Humber. This would be Office of the Registrar will be the place for you to go. We do recommend stopping at the front desk first so they can tell you if you're able to have someone to speak to you today, or if someone will call you at a later date if there's no one available at that time. With Office of the Registrar, there are 2 sections in there currently, which is admissions and financial aid. So you have questions about the status of your application, or questions about like bursaries, scholarships, or tuition fees, or the work study like we spoke about earlier. You can talk to financial aid about that as well, and you just stop at the front desk, tell them your problems, and they will give you a ticket to the specific department that you need to speak to. Now,
the only thing about financial aid is that they don't do walk-in appointments anymore. They only do go by actual booked appointments from when you call. So you would have to call to use their services, but admissions, they still accept walking. So just be careful with that if you do want to speak to financial aid anytime.
Also, with financial aid, you cannot pay your tuition in person.
No.
That has to be done online or through some banking institution. So if you are coming in for tuition problems, you can still speak to financial aid. It's just that they're not going to pull out a POS card and say tap here. They will, however, assist you with walking you through the steps to pay through your financial institution. So you can still walk in or call in, as Kiki said, for someone to assist you if you're having problem with online payments for financial aid. Okay, guys?
Inspiring Minds is asking, can someone apply for an undergraduate? Is this the place to do it?
You can apply for undergraduate programs. So there are 2 ways. If you are a domestic student, you would have to apply through the OCAS, which is the Ontario College Application System. Right now, we do have a promotion going on where if you apply before July 19th, we will credit you the $125 you paid for your OCAS fee. So if you are thinking of doing that, I'll say get on it right now. However, if you are an international student, you have to apply directly through the International Center. So there are 2 ways you can do this. You can either visit them on campus between the hours of 8 to 4:30, or you can just email them online through the international email, Humber email, which can be found on the humber.ca website.
And also, if you were interested in choosing an undergrad, but you weren't sure what to do yet, that's where you would also go to our recruitment officers. And the pre-advisement enrolling right now, they're actually doing summer information sessions for you to be able to speak to actual recruiters, for you to see what best suits you in terms of programs and things like that. So if you were interested, humber.ca, that is your best friend, and you can book an information session through that.
I know you mentioned it before, but Mariah is asking, how can you apply for for a campus job with the North Campus. Can you just repeat?
Sure, no problem. So Mara, you have two options. You can either go right now and type in Humber Career Connect, and you would just select the portal URL link that's there. Or if you're on campus right now, you can go to the Academic and Career Success Center, scan the QR code, it will bring you directly there. You sign in with your N number, and then you select the option that says on campus jobs, and all the on campus jobs will pop up with the location beside it. So either say North or Lakeshore, and you would select based on which one you like to do. They have a lot of jobs rolling out right now. So they have jobs with the deans, with the library, and with the residency that's currently available. But we also suggest checking it every day because new jobs are posted every day for on-campus jobs.
Yes.
As well as look out later out this month for our ambassador program
Yes, you
job.
should.
So Mariah, I hope you join
Hope
us.
to see you.
Okay, so we're done with downstairs. We are going to head to the second floor. So
We'll just go this way. Oh, wait, we didn't mention my favorite place
Where?
on campus. The Starbucks, obviously, right behind. What is your favorite Starbucks order?
It depends. Are we talking about a refresher, coffee?
Coffee and then refresher.
I'm chronologically online with coffee because coffee puts me to sleep.
Okay.
So I'd say ice white mocha with vanilla cold foam and extra caramel. Refresher, it's either a classic strawberry refresher or ice green peach tea with lemonade with the liquid cane, light ice.
Yes. Yes. That is the best option.
Yeah.
So over here, we have our Student Wellness and Accessibility Center, also known as SWAC. As I said before, Humber loves its acronyms. On the student wellness side, we have doctors and nurses in-house. They're both available by appointment, so there are no walk-ins, but you can book an appointment beforehand. And they have a lot of things in there. They have services. You could get some COVID tests. You could get some flu shots, some vaccine shots as well. You could also get some specialist referrals if they can't meet any of your concerns in this office. But they do ask that the first time that you come with your health card, and then they have you in the system, and that way you're able to use this service as many times as you need. And also on the student wellness side, we do have counselors running from this service or this office. If at any time during your stay at Humber, you needed a plan on how to help you with your personal problems, with any problems with your peers or professors, they could help you with that. And then they could help you with a plan on how to get back on track. And you would never have to worry about a breach of confidentiality because they are contracted from a company outside of Humber. So you would never have to worry about everything that you said being repeated back to the professor that you said it about. So you don't have to worry. And on the accessibility side, if you're someone who is in need, who has special needs when it comes to learning, or if you have an individual education plan, all that they ask is that you bring all your documentation into this office around 3 weeks before your semester starts, just so they're able to speak with your professors and make the best learning plan for you, just so you're able to learn properly and work properly from the first day that your classes start, so you don't have any problems when it comes to your learning needs or your learning wants. And that's everything for this center over here.
Great. So over here we do have something here. Right here we have the emergency. So inside it looks like this, while on the outside there are very long poles with blue lights on top. That is a part of the Department of Public Safety. It's basically the security office. They are here 24/7 once the campus is open, which is around basically every day of the year. They're only ever closed on like Canada Day or Victoria Day, like any, I think, public holidays. But however, the campus is open the rest of the time, which means security is always here. So you're never in any worries of being unsafe. If you do run into any trouble, you can press the red button, and the camera will activate. The ones outside, there's a camera. There's no cameras inside because they're building cameras. Security will come to wherever you're at. We do ask that if you press the red button not to move from where you're at, because when security gets here, they're going to be like, did someone kidnap you? Where are you? So we do ask, unless you're in immediate danger, please don't move. If someone is running you down, please run. They also have the Humber Emergency Auto Response Team, which is the HEART program, where if you drove to campus, you have any issues with your car, like running out of gas, low battery, they will come and assist you, or they have someone to come to campus to assist you with the car problems you're having. There's also the campus walks, where if you're ever here and you feel unsafe, or you just want someone to walk with, someone from the security office will come and walk you to your car, to residence, or to the bus stop, somewhere within the campus grounds, just to make sure you feel safe as possible. Humber's security office also where the lost and found is. So if you lost your phone in like E407, you can go to them and they will assist you in finding the phone from E407. They also host self-defense classes, and they also have a little bit more information about parking in case you want to ask about parking while you're here. The security office is always here 24/7, so you never feel unsafe while you're here. Just look out for those little yellow stuff all over campus. Then over here we have our international center. It is mainly there for international students. However, they help them with like transitioning to Toronto, Montreal trips to Rogers Stadium, trip to CN Tower. But they also do something that's open for both domestic and international students, where they have a summer semester abroad program where they're able to go to a different country for the time needed. And then when they're finished, the credits are then transferred back to Humber once they land to Canada. Now, there are bursaries available for each country and each semester or each program that you're doing. So we do ask that if you're interested, just keep up to date with the International Center and see what they say about it. Down this hall here, we do have the Black Student Support and Engagement Center, which is there mainly for our Black students and African and Caribbean community. So if you are a part of that community, you have that sense of home. And if you're not, they're still very welcoming to you guys. So if you guys still want to come and learn some more, interact, network, make some friends, that's also open. They host multiple events. So King Circle, Queen Circles, Sip and Paint. They host karaoke nights, slam poetry nights, and during Black History Month in February, they host numerous events. So last Black History Month, they had like ballroom dancing, speed friending, all of that from the BSSC. So if you are interested, you can work there. And the BSSC also has work study programs as well. So if you are interested in working there, they do have jobs available for students there as well.
And applications are actually open right now.
So if you are a Humber student with your N number active and you want to start working in September, I would say apply as soon as possible. Follow us down here, guys. Okay. So down this hall here, we do have the Indigenous Education and Engagement Center. And Humber is built on Indigenous land, so we do have to recognize that history. But if you are a part of the Indigenous community, that is also a place of home for you in case you want someone to speak to while you're on campus. If you're not a part of the Indigenous community, they're still very open. So if you want to learn about it, make some friends once again, network, just a really nice place to hang out. They're also very open with that. They also offer their own types of bursaries and scholarships from the Indigenous community as well. And they're also like, there's also work study opportunities from there as well. So if you guys want to work there, that's interesting you, they're more than open to. Down this hall, it's also the testing service, which if you have to do any admission testing for Humber, will be done here. And if you're ever, while you're a Humber student, something happens, like you got sick, you broke your leg, your arm broke, I don't know, life happened, and you're unfortunately able to come to campus to sit your exams, you will have to tell your professor first off. However, after telling the professor, they will open a portal for you to book an appointment at the testing center to do your exams. So you never have to worry about like if I'm sick, you're gonna get a zero. No, they will give you an opportunity to sit your exams.
We have quick question in the background. I know you'll get to it, but we have someone asking with the buses in the background. Is there transit on campus?
So there is transit on campus. You picked up the right time because I was just going to move there. So down here, you can see the transit station. We do have a fully run bus terminal. There are different buses available. There's Brampton Transit, there's My Way, there's York, and there's TTC. So anywhere you need to go, they can connect you. So if you need to go to the GO station, you can take the 511 to the Bramley GO station. If you need to go to the subway station, we have TTCs that will run directly to Kipling station. If you need to go there to catch like a one or another train or the two.
The two comes from Kipling.
The two, okay, we take buses. But there's a fully ran transit station here. So anywhere you need to go within the GTA, there it is on campus. And it's like a 4-minute walk from the LRC, depending on how slow you walk. It takes 4 minutes for me, probably 2 minutes for Kiki. But it's a fully ran transit station. And if you don't take the bus and you drive, there we do have parking lots. We have about 10 parking lots, which is always covered by security. And we have a 6th-floor parking garage. However, parking is not free, so we do recommend if you're parking every day at school to get a parking pass through on my Humber account. And if you're just parking like once a day, maybe you can pay for it once a day. However, if you are parking every day, get a parking pass. If you're not parking every day, you're taking the bus. The transit is also very cheap. It's like two something to 3 something, depending on what age grade you fall into. Cool. Hope that answered your questions. Give us a like and just heart the video as you're watching along, guys.
Heart it if you're taking the bus, and comment something if you're driving.
If you're driving, say drive. If you're busing, heart it.
Up to the 3rd floor. We are now at the 3rd floor of our Learning Commons Resource Center. And over here, this is our actual Learning Commons. As you can see, it's just completely open and free space for students to be able to come there to study. They have sections where you could use their computer, but the desk is big enough where you could actually bring your own devices and use them there as well. If you needed a space to just study, to work on an assignment, or to even do some group projects, you could always use there. It is always open, as well as all this open space out here as well if you didn't actually want to go inside. And if we keep coming down this way, there's something I wanted to show you. To my left, your right, we actually have a math and writing center. Earlier on, I spoke about a peer assisted learning support where we get a maximum of 3 hours of extra tutor time. For the Math and Writing Center, because they're not very program specific courses and they're only for general math and general writing classes, you would be able to use this space for a unlimited amount of hours per week and an unlimited amount of weeks per year. So what that is if you need any help with remedial math or with statistics or with writing your thesis or just do it in person, it's completely up to you. It's completely free of charge. You would not have to pay for the service at all. It's just built into your tuition, and you can use this as much as you like. And now we're just gonna come down to the other side of the hallway.
Okay, so let's the Learning Commons, just a place there for sitting with computers. The tables, as she said, are big enough in case you don't want to use the computers, but you want to use your own device. We do have a Learning Commons support desk where if you have questions about like what computers to use or how to print, because printing service is also on the 3rd floor, they can assist you. With printing, you do get 25 credits each semester, which is equivalent to about 500 pages. The 25 credits, however, are not stackable, so you can't stack them up to like 2,000 pages. However, they are renewed every semester. So every semester you do get 500 pages to start over with. If you do run out of 500 pages, which I highly doubt you will, you can always add more to your My Humber account. At the back there, we do have group and individual study spaces that can be booked through Humber Libraries. So in case you want to sit out here, because it kind of does get a little bit loud during the fall and winter semester, you want to go more privacy, you can do that. To our right here is the Idea Lab. I would let Kiki take over that because it's her favorite place ever here.
So as she mentioned, this is the Idea Lab. This is a place where you could work on your passion projects that your program may not allow you to. So in this location on this campus, they have 3D printers. They also have a photo and video lab as well as an audio studio. At the Lakeshore Idea Lab, which you could use regardless of which campus that you're coming to as a student, at the Lakeshore Idea Lab, they have Cricuts, they have more 3D printers. They also have a podcast room as well as a music production room. They have more things because there's more space there, but I would suggest you checking out this campus or the Lakeshore campus whenever you get the chance. They provide you with all the equipment and tools that you would need to be successful in each of the studios that you may be booking. And they're also very, very friendly. Usually what would happen is that maybe if you're doing 3D printing, you just have to take a workshop and you're able to book it out by yourself. But I just love this space. It's so amazing. I become so creative as soon as I get here. So I would love every one of you guys to just come in here and to use the space as well. And if you are, just comment Idea Lab.
Someone, it's off topic here, but someone's asking, they're not too sure which program is right for them. Is there a way that they can get some help with that?
Yes, absolutely. So, as we mentioned before, we do actually have pre enrollment advising that our recruiters offer with. They do have a website. So, if you went to humber.ca and you just searched up our recruiters, it would show you which recruiters you have, which one you can book with, and you can book a one on one advising appointment. Even right now, there are information sessions that are running. So, if you went to the summer information session on humber.ca, you would see all the ones that are running. You could book to come in. Those are drop ins. Some of them can be online, and that's completely up to you. So, recruitment at humber.ca or summer information sessions, humber.ca. All right.
Okay, and while we're standing here, we will cover that the entire fourth floor of the LRC is our library. The library is a little bit more quieter with all semesters. So we do recommend if you're more of a person who studies in a quiet environment, we recommend going to the library if you want to stay in the LRC. The library does close around like 5, 6, depending on the semester, but they do open a little bit later during exam season, so students have access to the library. The library also has research support, so if you need assistance in using like knowing where to find books or knowing how to use a book properly or a computer properly, or you just need help in like doing your assignments, there are persons in the library who will assist you. And some of these persons that assist you are actually students on the work study program. So if that's something you think you want to do, also check out what the library is posting for the fall semester as well. The library you can use, you can also get textbooks from the library, but they are at a limited what's the word, quantity that at the bookstore, because it is the library, so they don't have them in a large volume. The library is extremely huge, so if you see the rest of the floors that we've been showing you guys, you can only imagine how big our library is. And as Kiki said before, the entire LRC is open 24/7 because security is here. So if something happened to your computer while you're at home, you can always drive or run or walk to campus, fly if you have a jetpack if you want to, and come and use the computer in case you need to have an emergency at home or you don't have a device of yourself. You can come and use this at 2 a.m. in the morning because security will be here and the doors will be open.
One thing about the library is that they do have a database online. So if you went to humberlibraries.ca, you would also find their database. So you may not, so if you don't like to carry around books, which I don't personally, you could always just use that database and it has all the books that they have in person online as well. So that was always an option for you.
Okay, we hope you enjoyed the LRC. Give a like if you know you're going to be using it, or give us a heart if you know, like, I've already been using it and I love it here already. We're going to head back downstairs and continue along.
Okay. Where to next tabs?
About me, about her, me espresso. So this is our gratitude hall. In case any of you guys are wondering, the gratitude hall is a hall showing gratitude to everyone who made Humber. So if you ever find yourself here, you can take your time, look on the walls, and see some of the places that will help us. We have Wiley Canada, Terry H. Philip,
Kraft Heinz Food Service.
Kim Maxwell, Jazz
Pepsi
FM
Cola
91,
Canada Beverages.
Family and Colleagues, different places that have helped Humber become Humber. So if you ever wonder, hey, who helped Humber? We have a graduate hall dedicated for them. In addition to our cafeteria and multiple different places to eat on campus, there are multiple vending machines all over campus that you can use to buy food if you'd like to. Sorry.
Okay. I activated my potential, Havila.
Great. So we have made it to the more inner part of campus. So around these stairs here is our main cafeteria. The main caf has different type of food, pizza, booster juice, burgers, sushi, pasta, salads, teriyaki. There's shawarma on this campus.
You name
They're
it.
building new things. You just can't go hungry. They do take debit, credit, cash, and the meal card plan if you are a residency student. If you don't have time to go to the main cafeteria, bless you, but you don't have time to go to the main cafe, but you want something quick to eat, you can always stop at the street cafe. They are open and they also serve the food that Humber cooks for their students as well. Along the top side here, we do have Ignite. Ignite's Humber Student Government, which is basically the board of directors that are governing over the student body. Now, they're very integral with making decisions for the student body as they affect us, which is why the board of directors are made up of current students because they would know what exactly needs to be addressed for Humber students. If you want to become a part of the board of directors, you have the availability to. It doesn't matter what year, what program you're in. You personally just have to have that freedom, or not freedom, that passion to be a part of the board of directors. You also get your health insurance from Ignite, so when you pay your tuition, you automatically pay your health insurance. There are two things you can do with your health insurance. You can either go there, grab a benefit card, input your N number there, and you can flex it because it is a flex program. So you can put 60% for medical, 20% for dental, 20% for prescription, or you can flex it the other way around or less. It's up to you to decide how many percentage you want to flex it to because it's up to you. If you don't want the health insurance, however, you can opt out, but you'd have to provide evidence you are already covered by another health insurance. It can either be private or from your parents. You just have to have some coverage. If you don't have coverage, however, Ignite will not refund you because they're not going to leave you uncovered. All your clubs also run out of Ignite, and I promise you, any club you think of, we have it. We have about 3 math club and 5 chess clubs. So you have clubs to join. However, if the clubs that you want to join is not there specifically, you can always start your own club. You only need 10 signatures and a faculty member to run your club. And if your club is successful for one semester, Ignite may fund you to make sure it continues to be successful. You can also work at Ignite as well. Ignite, however, is not a part of the work study program, so you don't have to go through financial aid for this. So this is open for both domestic and international students, and there's no limitation for how many hours you can work during the school year. It will be up to you to decide how best you can juggle work and school. Any major events also comes from Ignite, so concerts, TED Talks, free food, free drinks, free gift cards, Raptors tickets, free stuff,
Everything.
which is our favorite word, which is free, will be coming from Ignite. So we do recommend if you see Ignite representative, I just say follow them. You're gonna get something good, and sometimes even if you don't want, they're like,
They'll
take
follow
it.
you. Yes.
Take it. So we do recommend to fall in love with Ignite. Ignite also has a game lounge and a sleep lounge. The game lounge is just go in and play games and relax. Sleep lounge, however, is a first come first serve basis. You do have to show ID that you are a Humber student. You get your own private cot, so no one's looking at you and you're not looking at anyone. So you can kick your shoes off and sleep. You are restricted for an hour a day to sleep, just because in case you have classes, you don't sleep and miss your classes. But you can just 1 hour every day if you want to. So while going through the school year, you feel a bit groggy, I recommend checking out the Sleep Lounge. And for those online, give us a heart if you're thinking on use the Sleep Lounge, and comment if you've already used it and tell us what you think about it. And then over here, we do have our tech zone. Tech zone is there for any technical support you may need. They're open every day from Monday to Friday. And then whenever the physical location is logged, they open 24/7 online to humber.ca/its. So if you never need to contact them while the physical location is closed, you can contact them online. Any tech support you need, they will be there to assist you. So it can be that you're not connected to the Wi-Fi, your Avro app isn't working, the campus compass isn't working for you. Whatever tech needs you may need, they will assist you, and they're very effective, and they will spend as much time as they need to assist you with the problems you're having, as well as if you ever like run into any technical support with like your laptop, or you need a special computer for an exam, you can always book out a computer for the day and then bring it back at the end of the day. That's all there for you as well. So Tech Zone is just like your best friend for any tech support you may need. So we say check them out. As well as you're walking and you may be like, oh, I think I might get, turn right and take the flight of stairs up. So we recommend, think I might be lost, download the campus compass to use it for your first day. Down here we do have campus dental, which these are registered dentists and dental are not students, so they will can assist you with any dental issues you may have. So it can be a dental emergency on campus, or you're just looking for a family dentist. They do offer regular appointments like a regular running dentist office. Walk in or call ahead and set your appointment. You can use both Humber insurance and your private insurance here, and will assist you with whatever you get.
Over here, we have our LGBTQ plus resource center. They're mainly for the LGBTQ plus family or allies, and they have multiple events that are happening. They have a crafts club, they have a book club, they have something called a Q Talk and a Q Social, where essentially they just gather around and they talk about any concerns or problems that they're having within their community. And again, it is also open to allies. So if any allies wanted to come in and they wanted to see what it's about, they could do that. They also speak really heavily on student wellness and student health, and they have pamphlets in there as well just to be able to help us out. They do also have work study and volunteer applications that run from this office, as well as bursary and scholarship applications that run from here. So if this was ever anything you were interested in, I would suggest you coming down to this office over here to be able to use this space. And as we mentioned before, you will never go hungry on this campus, and this is one of the reasons why. This is one of the places that you could eat at. It's Jamaican spike patties, as well as Aki Tree, where you can get your food, any of your patties that you want, as well as any rice and peas, chicken, anything that you want. They serve it here. And in this section over here, we do have our Student Life office. Student Life, they host multiple different events. They have orientation, where before your first week of classes, you're able to come in and speak with people who are already in your program, to speak with professors, to speak with people who could just help you, give you more information on your program before you actually start, and just so you feel more comfortable coming to Humber before your classes actually do start. So they're the ones who host that. They also host something called the First Year Experience, also known as the FYE program, where when you come into your first year, you would be paired with someone who's in an upper year of a program similar to yours, or your exact same program, and they would basically just help you get more comfortable again at Humber. Humber just gives you multiple different ways and resources that would make you feel more comfortable before your classes actually start, before you actually have to start coming here as a full-time student. So I would suggest that orientation be something you come to, and FYE be something you sign up for. And something else that runs from this department is the CCR, or the co-curricular record. What that is that you attend a workshop, or maybe you volunteer for something, and you put those skills on your co-curricular record, and employers actually use that as professional experience. So you would use that in addition to all the professional experience you have on your resume, and that just gives you more experience than any other people or any other person who just graduated from school. All right, so now we'll just be heading down this way.
So, hey guys, we're just gonna show you one of our classrooms, and we're gonna just cover a few points here with you, and yeah, follow us. So we do have bigger size classrooms on the third floor. However, I can only imagine you guys following us for 3 floors, but you can have classroom size all over. So I will turn on the light here. Where this is your classroom space. Your classroom size will most likely be this small. We do have bigger size. It depends on what your professor needs and what classroom size he also needs. We do like to point out that your classroom size will your classmate size will not go over 30. The highest it will go is 60, and that's mainly in your first year when you're mixing with other students. Now, here we do have to cover a few points just so you guys know just a little bit more of what you get here from Humber. We like to call it the 7 P's. So we go 7 P's. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are programs, pathways, part-time, couldn't spell part-time, polytechnic.
And I see.
Okay, thank you. Professors, placements, and ironically, packages. Only ironically because you guys don't have a physical package. However, these are the 7 P's that we do point out at Humber. So for our programs, we have over 200 programs, which includes our diplomas, our advanced diplomas, and our degrees and our master's certificate, not the great 8 to use. So we do have over 200 plus programs. With our programs, we do like to point out that we have pathways that are connected to these programs. So if you are in a diploma and you would like to go to an advanced diploma, or you're in an advanced diploma and you want to move to a degree or diploma to degree, you have the option to. So you just speak to transfer services and your program advisor. They will take the credentials you've already done with the previous credential that you are doing, and then they would transfer it over to whatever credential you would like to be upgraded to. The good thing about that, you would still graduate with both credentials in a shorter amount period of time. Then moving on, we do like to point out that we are a Polytechnic Institute, which is just their fancy way of saying we took the knowledge base of a stereotypical university, then on this hands-on type of a college, smush them together so that you both learn what it is and learn how to do it. We also have part-time. So you're wondering, how does part-time fall into this? Your professors are part-time. So this and this goes together. This is why I'm not a professor. I will confuse you. But your professors are part-time, and that's because the other part, they're working in the industry that they're teaching you. So any professor you have will be actively in the industry that they're teaching you. So information that they bring to the class will be relevant to the field that you're studying in. So you're not learning things from like 20 years ago. So when you exit, you're like, hey, I got my degree. Your employer is like, yeah, that was for the 1990s. We're in 2023 right now. Well, no,
2024. But that's fine. So alongside with your professors being part-time, sometimes they do actually have businesses that they open up and businesses that they have themselves, and their first point of contact to look for is actually the students in their classroom. So that's another way that you could use them as a resource and that you can gain professional experience before you actually have to graduate and move out into the real world. So your professors are actually a really big resource, as well as your peers as well. I know someone who was in my macroeconomics class. He started an empanada business with 2 other people in that same classroom, and they use all the information they got from our professors who works in macroeconomics as they're teaching that as well. We also have something called a placement. So around 80%, 70 to 80% of our programs actually do come with a placement or a co-op option. So for us, since we are in a 4-year program, what that is that between our 3rd and our 4th years, so the summer, we would have to take a certain amount of field experience, a certain amount of hours for that, to use that to be able to graduate. So that field experience, usually what happens is that if your employer likes you, they would hire you part-time throughout your 4th year. And if they really do like you, they would hire you full-time after you graduate, which is why 86 to 87% of Humber students have actually found employment within 6 months of graduating, which is it's just amazing, honestly, because you're already gaining all of this professional experience while you're still a student. And before you even make it out of your graduation or make it out of your actual classes, your portfolio is really, really big, and employers really like that.
Yeah.
Real quick, we got a question in the chat.
Yeah.
So Humber has degrees.
Mm-hmm.
How are they different from a university degree?
Okay, so both degrees, like the credential itself, it's still the same because they're both accredited by Ontario.
Yeah.
But your experience in getting your degrees, two different experiences.
Mhm.
So like Kiki State, we do get hands-on experience while we're here. So something as just like as simple as your assignments are very hands-on. So while your professor may be talking for like 2-3 hours, you may be like, I don't know how to do this. So you never just leave with just, I know what is marketing.
Yeah.
We do learn what marketing it is. However, we get assignments that are applicable
Applicable.
to marketing. So our first assignment actually was to create a podcast, and on the podcast we had to do the graphic design for the cover, do a website, edit the podcast, and like we
didn't understand what it was for at the time, but after we continued, we honestly understood, and now we know how to make websites. If our job ever needed us to do that,
we know how to make podcasts,
like
we know how to do graphic design. Like right now, we're going into our third year, and our portfolio is already so big, and we haven't even touched into third year yet. So can you imagine when we get to fourth year?
Yeah. So it goes back into Humber being a Polytechnic Institute. So again, knowledge based, hands-on based,
smushed together.
You know what to do and how to do it at the same time.
So that's mainly the biggest difference, as well as our professors, as we stated, they are already in the industry. So they also create a network just for their students. So because you're in the industry, if you go to your professor and like, hey, do anyone needs a student volunteer? Or I'm graduating in 2 weeks. Do anyone who's hiring? Your professor will have that advantage to be just like, let me step and ask my friend Tom if he's hiring or not. And he can also give you links, as well as we have the Humber Career Connect and your program advisors that we do say you still have access to even 2 years after graduating. So that's kind of the biggest difference that we like to point out between a college degree and a university degree, just that you have a little bit more support and a little bit more collaboration in a college, as well as your placements and your closeness within the classroom. You have a connection with your classmates and your professors, so you have a direct link between everyone, so you're never just feeling like a fish out of water. You're always supported while you're here. Yeah. All right. And then our last thing is packages. You guys don't have a package because you're online. However, if you like to see what's in our packages, you can always visit the humber.ca website and you can see everything that you would need. You can also book an appointment through humber.ca/advising. That would also be in the packages if you want to talk to a pre-enrollment recruitment officer. As well as Kiki has mentioned, the summer info sessions that are going on right now are also going very well. I would recommend, if you're still considering, just remember, apply before July 19th to get your credit back for the $125 for domestic students. And if you're still contemplating, you can always call us at 416-672-6622 with the extension of 4048. 675. Yes, love that. 416-675-6622. Thank you, Kiki. Love you. With the extension of 4048, and you can talk to one of our ambassadors, and we can always connect you with someone else if you need further help.
Question again from the person who asked about the degrees. Can you give a few examples of the types of degrees that Humber offers?
Okay, so
there are multiple Bachelor of Commerce degrees.
So we have Bachelor of Commerce in Marketing, Finance,
Accounting, HR,
Supply Chain, International Business.
That's just commerce, though.
We have Bachelors of Design, Bachelor of Youth Experience, Paralegal, Film and Media,
Bachelor of
Nursing, Behavioral Science, Mental Health, Social Worker, Criminal Justice. We have a lot of bachelors. Yeah. We have a lot of bachelors, so it would depend on what you're looking for.
But we do also have a guidebook as well as
a career finder website. So if you are still contemplating like, hey, I don't know what exactly to do, you can always type in Humber Career Finder. It will ask you a bunch of questions about your personality and your work ethic and put it together, and then we'll give you a list of other programs of what you can do at Humber here. And if it does give you a diploma option, you have a pathway option. So if it does tell you, here's a diploma, you can always go on the Humber.ca website, press Explore Pathways on the diploma program, and see what bachelors it can lead you into after completing that diploma. Good. Grad programs are also available here. They're mainly at our IGS campus, which is downtown. We do recommend that if you are interested, you can do that as well. There's some degrees that do link into grad programs. Some grad programs are here, while some grad programs are with other universities or colleges. So if you're interested in grad programs, that's also option. We have multiple grad programs. We have some in creative advertising. We have paralegal grad. We have marketing management grad. We have operation management grad programs. We have grad programs in our nursing. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but we have different grad programs from different faculties. So that's also an option as well. But you would need to have a diploma or a bachelor's degree to enter into the grad program.
Yes, exactly.
So if you guys don't have any questions for us, give us a thumbs up. If you
If you
like
have a
what Humber,
question,
Are there any grad programs in the North Campus?
we do have a few. We have the paralegal grad program at the North Campus. And we also have the UX design grad program at the North Campus as well. Those are the ones off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are multiple more here. So you guys can always look that up on the humber.ca website. Yeah.
okay.
So thumbs up if you like what you heard. Heart if you still have more questions. And just write the question in the
In
chat.
comment, yes.
Love that, guys. Let me rub this off. Kiki will take you to the bookstore.
All right, come with me. All right, so after passing by our Student Life Center again, as well as our LGBTQ plus Resource Center, on the other side of where we came from, we will actually see our campus bookstore that I will talk more about when we actually get there. Okay, over here is our campus bookstore. Technically, it is called a bookstore, but people come here to get all their Humber merch, which I mean, why would you not? We have Letterman jackets now, you know.
We have everything, Humber.
We have everything in here, and this is definitely the better of the two bookstores.
Yeah,
just because of the different types of merch that they have in here.
They have everything.
They have
I came in here
everything.
the other day and they humbered baby right, here it is.
Baby clothes,
They
yeah.
humbered baby clothes. And I'm just like,
So future Humber alumni, you can never start them off too young.
somebody at Humber loves me. So this is an example to show that anything you want humbered,
they got it right here. But you could actually also get books from this store as well. What would happen is that before your classes actually start, you could search up what your course code is, and then they would give you a textbook. We do recommend you waiting at least the first week of classes before you actually buy your textbooks. That's because the textbooks that the information of the textbooks that they have in the bookstore and the one that your professor is using could be two different ones. Your professor may not even require a textbook at all, or your professor may upload the pages of the textbook that they're actually using. So again, it is better to just wait instead of having to purchase a textbook that you will have no use for.
Well, however, if you did jump the gun and buy a textbook from the bookstore, the good thing about buying it here, you can return it.
Yes.
So if you say, when you go to classes, like say you came orientation and you bought all your textbooks from the bookstore, and you go to class and your professor's like, yeah, we're not using that. You can always bring it back. Just keep your receipt. You can bring it back, and they can give you back a fraction of the cost at which you bought the bookstore. And if you don't want to like dedicate to buying a book, you can rent it.
Yes.
Which can be available in soft copy and hard copy, depending on what your comfortability is with using a textbook.
Yeah. Okay.
Love that.
So over here we have our Humber Gourmet Express. What that is that they just sell the food that our culinary students cook. So they have multiple different options in here. It is always it's available to students, also available to staff. You could just go in, grab whatever it is that you like, and then check out. And
yeah, it's highly discounted because our culinary arts program is so big. So instead of them throwing away the food, they're highly discounted. So sometimes they sell bread for like $1, and the bread is still very good, like you buy at Loblaws or Sobeys or No Frills. It's just that because it was big by students, why it's so discounted. But it is chef approved. So when it says chef approved, it means that they were in class washing their hands, using the right materials, using the right no cross contamination. Everything was done properly. You can get coffees, teas, lunch, breakfast. Everything can be done in Gourmet Express. There's also a hot dog stand outside as well. In case you're like, I don't really want food, but I could eat a hot dog. It's outside available to you as well. So we're just going to go down the hall here. We're going to make a stop at the Humber room, and then we're going to move on to the athletics department.
How many people can say that their college has their very own in-house restaurant?
Not a lot.
I know one school that can, though.
Just one. Just one, but we won't name it.
We won't name it, but we will tell you about our in-house restaurant.
You can go.
We'll tell you about our in-house restaurant, which is called the Humber Room. So the hospitality students, as well as the
culinary arts students, they're the ones that collab together. And again, as we stated, we're a very hands-on school, so this gives them experience before they actually leave Humber. So culinary are the ones that prepare the food, they get a menu, while hospitality is the one that serves you. It's a fully functioning restaurant, so you can set your reservations, you can walk in, eat, be sat, dine, have a good time, maybe post a few snaps, and you have fun there. It's really good, and you can have good food, and it's really affordable because it's cooked by students as well. So I'd say check it out while you're here.
I mean,
drop a like if you think you're gonna eat at the Humber Room. Here we do have seating spaces on campus. It is the first come first serve basis. It's actually one of my favorite places to sit while I'm here.
So is the Humber Room a restaurant and a classroom? How does that work?
It is both a restaurant and a classroom.
It's a classroom if you're in those programs where you'd be serving, but it is a restaurant if you're not.
It's for both.
Well, for both. Yeah. But I mean, if you were in the class, in the program at the current time, you would have to work. It's a classroom
as well. When you do your practical part, your professors will give you feedback or instructions while you're doing it to say like, hey, clear plates on the
table. Clear plates
from the right? Or clear plates from the left? I'm not in hospitality, so I don't know what side they clear plates.
So for us, it would be a restaurant.
It would be a restaurant for us because I'm not in hospitality. But it's also a learning place for you as well. While for us, we could just go in and eat and be like,
nice.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss is mwah. So yes, seating spaces, first come, first serve. There are charging ports here as well. And as well as around this corner is Tim Hortons. I like to say they stuck it there for a secret. However, it is not the best kept secret on campus. So we do recommend, it may get a little bit full, but they always serve pretty quickly in there. So you never have to worry about waiting forever in the Tim Hortons on campus. Now, Humber is doing a lot of construction.
Yes, we are.
We will, all this white tarp will be gone in the fall. So we do recommend so these are cooking. Before we do have a huge culinary arts department.
Yes.
So we do have cooking labs that they do their practical in because you have to cook while you're in culinary. So this is, for example, their cooking labs. You'll see the students in their white uniforms, and there's ever a class in action. The person with the really tall hat would be the professional chef in the class.
Yes.
These are all cakes that are students made.
Yeah.
So everything cake except for the board.
If I wasn't in marketing, I think I would definitely
be a culinary student.
Baking student. Don't put me in just general culinary. I may not cook, but I can bake.
I probably do cooking. I probably do cooking.
I'd bake. Okay.
I'd probably
We'd work together.
We could open a restaurant.
I'd serve dessert.
I'd be the sous chef. You'd be the pastry chef.
And this is how you gain more experience as you're a Humber student before you actually graduate.
See how we network?
Yes.
Because we were in a small classroom. We have a network now.
And now we have a business plan.
Right. Now we just have to go to the Center of Entrepreneurship at the Lakeshore Campus.
There's something that they have called the BMO Launch Me event, where you and other people in a group of yours or a group of your choosing, you guys would create a business plan. You would attend workshops so you could really, so they could help you create that business plan. And once you're done, once you've completed the workshops, you could put that on your co-curricular record as professional experience, number one. And then you get to basically go for Humber's version of a Shark Tank, where you would present your idea to a panel of judges. And if you get chosen, you would get a fraction of a prize fund, and you can actually start that business. There's actually a nursing student who did that.
We don't know if she finished her diploma. We just know that
her business is
soaring.
Yes.
So that does interest you. You can also still visit the Lakeshore campus because you are still a Humber student no matter which campus your program is on.
Yes. We're actually not sure, but we do know there was a business.
to post is the notice board. So if you ever see a notice board around Humber, read it.
They're your
Posters
best
are
friend.
one of your best friends here at Humber as well. Multiple posters are posted different times for different prizes, different campaigns and scholarships, and
Even job
jobs
applications.
applications are posted on our notice board. So as best as possible, never pass one without reading it. Over here, we have our clinic of traditional Chinese medicine. Here, it is not free. It's one of the only things that is not free. However, it is technically free if you use your Humber insurance because it's
Yes.
in your tuition. If you don't want to use your Humber insurance, you can use your private insurance. In this clinic, they offer acupuncture, herbal healing, cupping, among other Chinese medicine. And I've heard it's really good. I've heard like great reviews from people who've never tried acupuncture before, and they're like, changed my life. So if it's very hard for you to find somewhere to use, Humber has resources for you. So we recommend it. So if you think you're gonna use the clinic, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up and comment if you think you're gonna use acupuncture when you come to the campus.
I would love to use acupuncture.
I'd love to use it actually.
Wait, that's one with the needles, right?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Over here, we do have our Humber Golf Lab, which is mainly there for our golf management program. Inside, when it is up and active, they do have simulator labs where some students and some professors can come and play golf. They also have 100 different types of merch here. They got Humber golf bags, Humber golf shirts, caps, just everything humbered out for golf use if you need it to be. So if you are part of the golf management program intake for fall, look out for this simulator lab. You'll love it. And on this side, we do have the Hawks next. Which if you're on this side of campus, and you want something to eat, but you don't want to walk all the way back to the main cafeteria, this is also here for you as well.
Now, we already talked about restaurants, but how many colleges do you know has an in-house spa?
I have no response.
But, let's talk about our spa.
We do have a Humber Spa. It's right behind us. It is ran by the spa management program. So
Yes.
these are students, but these are students who've gone through the theory part, practical part, and now they're like ready to go into the world. But again, we're gonna give them experience before
Yes.
they leave. So a lot of employers have actually called Humber because they specifically want to hire students from this spa management program. So guys, I just keep giving you reasons to come to Humber.
Yes. Unfortunately, this one is also paid. It's
Yes.
not built into your tuition,
Tuition.
but it is, again,
Highly
discounted. You can get a mani-pedi for under
10.
I'm not gonna say
under $10.
I'm not gonna give
but
you any
it's
prices.
super
but
cheap. So
it is
like,
very cheap.
if you want to know the prices, you can still go online right now and look. Prices may change based on semester.
Yes.
But they won't jump from $10 to $20 depending on what the price was. So right now it's closed just because of a little bit of ED construction, but it will be open in the fall when construction is finished. Now, beside the Humber Spa, we do have the massage therapy room, which is ran by the massage therapy program. They offer different massages than the spa offers, and the price is, again, unfortunately, it's not one of the things that are free on campus, but again, highly discounted.
Yes.
So if you want to feel like 100 angels kissing you on your back, leg, shoulder, neck, wherever you want to get massage, I would suggest checking out the massage therapy office.
And I actually, one of the previous ambassadors, she was actually in that program, and we were doing like a talent show, or like just us showing our talents. And she started doing what she learned in her program, like started massaging my back. And in probably 5 seconds, I fell asleep on a table. I was so ready to be gone. So if that's what she can do in 5 seconds, imagine an entire session of actual massages happening on you. I would love that. And I can't wait.
So we're gonna head over to the Athletics and Recreation Center. So here is our gym would be located. With the gym, you do not pay extra to use the gym as a Humber student. You would just need your Ivor app to show that you are a Humber student. With the gym, it's completely free. They have posted their hours. The hours do change based on semester. Also with the gym, there's a fully equipped weight room, fully equipped cardio room, and there are 2 studios on the side that host different classes like Pilates, Zumba, stretching and core training, you name it, they've done it. And you don't pay extra for these classes either. The most they're going to ask you for is like your name, and that's it. Also with the gym is personal trainers. You do have to pay for personal trainers, however, they're highly discounted as well. So last semester it was about $90 for 3 sessions. Again, this price can change, but it won't be a drastic change for the upcoming semester. We do recommend to keep updated with the athletics Instagram, posting around the TVs on campus, as well as the athletics online portal, humber.ca/athletics, where we post different stuff about updates about the athletics department.
Now, I may be biased, but at the Lakeshore campus, where I actually have all my classes, we have a fitness center over there as well, which is its own separate building. It's 3 floors. The first one is strength training. The second one is just open classrooms for those classes that she was mentioning, the yoga, the Zumba, all of that. And on the 3rd floor is just completely cardio. And the amazing thing about it is that you can use that space as well, even though you are a North Campus student. You would just show them the same way you would get into this athletic center, and you could use that one as well. Again, free of charge. You just have to find your way there.
Yep. As well as we have a gymnasium. The gymnasium, any major sporting event will be held at this campus. Just because the gymnasium here is just a little bit, well, no, it's much more bigger than the one at Lakeshore. Also, there are 3 types of sports. There's drop-in, extramural, intramurals. Drop-ins is exactly what it sounds like. You drop in and play a sport. You never have to go back in if you hated it. If you loved it, great. So if one day you're just like, I feel like shooting some hoops today, and Humber has drop-in sports for basketball, you can go and play basketball. And if you never want to go back, that's okay. We just want you to have the opportunity to play what you want to play. There's also intramurals, where if you love it a little bit more, but you're not ready to be dedicated to an actual sport team, you will play against other Humber students who also love it like that. And then if you're ready to move on to play against other colleges such as George Brown or Centennial or Sheridan, you will become a part of our extramural sports team. And we have multiple different types of extramural and intramural teams. So if that interests you, spark your interest, that's also there as well. Just keep up with communication with the athletics department through posters, Instagram, and their website, that they will post for tryouts and what times and what campus it will be on.
Oh, perfect.
Well, if you guys have any more questions, we do have the contact information, and you can always talk to us if you want to, or talk to a recruitment advisor, or talk to, I don't know, anybody you want to talk to.
Humber.ca is just going to be your best friend, so make sure you navigate through that website anytime you need anything.
Anytime you need it. And if you don't understand it, you can give us a call and we can help you navigate it as well.
416-675-6622, extension 4048. 4048.
4048. You are correct, Kiki. So if you guys have any more questions, we do recommend give us a like, give us a heart. Thank you for joining us on our tour, and we hope you guys have a good day.